Are you one of the millions who feel the knot in their stomach tighten, the heart race, and the mind spiral into a whirlwind of what-ifs? Anxiety isn't just an occasional worry. For many, it's a persistent, suffocating force that can paralyze their lives. It whispers doubts, amplifies fears, and convinces you that a normal day is a minefield of potential disasters. This constant state of alert is exhausting, isolating, and utterly debilitating. But what if there was a way to quiet that noise? What if you could reclaim your peace of mind and learn to navigate the storm? In this video, a leading psychologist reveals 3 powerful practical tips that can help you take back control. These aren't just feel-good platitudes. They're evidence-based strategies designed to rewire your brain and empower you to live a life no longer dictated by fear. The shocking truth about your anxious brain. The first step to managing anxiety is understanding it, and a psychologist knows that the anxious brain operates on a flawed premise. It's not a rational actor. It's a survival machine stuck in a perpetual state of fight or flight, even when there's no real danger. This system, designed for a world of saber-toothed tigers, is now misfiring in response to deadlines, social gatherings, and even simple text messages. This constant state of alert floods the body with cortisol and adrenaline, leading to the familiar physical symptoms of anxiety. The mind, in turn, latches onto any perceived threat, creating a feedback loop of negative thought patterns. A psychologist's primary goal is to help you interrupt this cycle, not by ignoring your feelings, but by changing how you respond to them. They often start by teaching a profound concept. Your thoughts are not commands, they are simply signals. You can observe them without automatically believing them. This practice of metacognition, or thinking about your thinking, is the foundation for all effective anxiety management techniques. It allows you to create distance between your anxious thoughts and your sense of self, recognizing that a thought like, "I'm going to fail this presentation," is just a story, not a prophecy. This fundamental shift from "I am my thoughts" to "I am the observer of my thoughts" is a game changer. It's about building a mental muscle that says, "I see you, anxious thought, but I don't have to act on you." This understanding is the gateway to the first powerful strategy. Master your breath, master your mind. The 4-7-8 technique. Anxiety often feels like an uncontrollable force, but a psychologist will tell you that you possess a secret weapon right in your own body, your breath. When the fight or flight system is activated, breathing becomes rapid and shallow, a physiological response that further signals danger to the brain. By consciously slowing your breath, you can send a powerful message back to your nervous system that it is, in fact, safe. One of the most effective and widely taught techniques is the 4-7-8 breathing exercise, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil. It is a simple yet profoundly impactful practice. The steps are as follows. First, exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound. Then, close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose to a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Finally, exhale completely through your mouth with a whoosh sound to a count of 8. Repeat this cycle 3 to 4 times. The genius of this technique lies in the extended exhale. A longer exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and digest mode. This sends a cascade of calming signals throughout the body, lowering your heart rate, reducing muscle tension, and calming the frantic thoughts in your mind. A psychologist often recommends practicing this technique multiple times a day, not just during moments of peak anxiety. By making it a regular habit, you condition your body to return to a state of calm more easily. Think of it as a form of proactive self-care, building your resilience to stress and anxiety before it strikes. The beauty of this tip is that it's completely free, accessible anywhere, and a skill you can carry with you for the rest of your life. It provides an immediate, tangible way to regain control when you feel like you have none. The power of proactive action, worry time, and the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Living with anxiety can feel like being a passenger on a runaway train of worries. A psychologist's second tip is to stop fighting the worries and instead give them a scheduled, controlled release. This counterintuitive strategy is called worry time. Instead of letting anxious thoughts ambush you throughout the day, you designate a specific 15 to 20-minute window, say from 5 p.m. to 5:20 p.m., as your official worry time. If an anxious thought pops up at 10 a.m., you acknowledge it and tell yourself, "Thank you for the thought. I'll worry about that later during my worry time." This practice trains your brain to postpone and compartmentalize worries, liberating the rest of your day. The worries don't disappear, they just get a scheduled appointment. Often by the time worry time arrives, the thoughts have lost much of their power and urgency. You may find that what felt like a monumental problem in the morning is now barely a concern. The final and arguably most crucial strategy a psychologist shares is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. This is a powerful tool to pull yourself out of a panic attack or a spiral of anxious thoughts and bring you back to the present moment. It's a mindfulness exercise that uses your 5 senses. The steps are simple. First, identify 5 things you can see around you. It could be the color of the wall, a picture on the desk, or the texture of your shirt. Next, identify 4 things you can feel. This could be the fabric of your pants, the coldness of a glass of water, or the pressure of your feet on the floor. Then identify 3 things you can hear. Listen closely for distant sounds, like a car passing by or a fan humming. Fourth, identify 2 things you can smell. This could be the scent of a candle or a cup of coffee. Finally, identify 1 thing you can taste. It could be the lingering taste of your last meal or a mint you keep in your pocket. This process of consciously engaging your senses forces your brain to shift its focus from the internal world of anxious thoughts to the external world of immediate reality. It interrupts the cycle of rumination and provides a much-needed anchor. Conclusion. Living with anxiety can feel like a lonely, endless battle, but a psychologist wants you to know that it is a fight you can win. It's not about eliminating all worry, but about changing your relationship with it. By understanding the flawed logic of your anxious brain, you empower yourself. By mastering your breath with the 4-7-8 technique, you give yourself a physiological tool for calm. And by practicing worry time and the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique, you regain control over your thoughts and your present moment. These tips are not magic cures, but they are powerful, proven strategies that, with consistent practice, can transform your life. So take a deep breath. A psychologist is telling you that the path to a calmer, more peaceful life is not a fantasy. It's a journey, and with these tools, you're more than ready to begin. The time to start is now.